Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining me. It's KW, the Blue Collar Worker, back at it with a new video. I got a special guest in the house, Talib Elbey. He's an author as well as a sports enthusiast. Talib and I, we went back many years, and this guy is incredible when it comes down to analyzing sports. And he loves boxing. So what I want to do is I'm going to pick his brain today. Welcome, Talib.
Thank you for having me, Carl.
Oh, no problem. So, Talib, when Tank Davis fought Mario Barrios, I mean, this guy's like 5'10", and Tank Davis is only 5 feet 5 inches. I knew he was gonna win, but not in that fashion. What do you think of that?
That's what Tank does. He's a knockout artist. So,
Okay.
He had to overcome a lot of physical disadvantages. Barrios is a big guy. I think he weighed 5'10".
Yeah, 5'10".
Like a 71-inch arm reach.
Yeah.
Tank is like 5'5", 5'6", 5'5" and a half, they say.
Yeah, right.
So, this all due respect to Tank, man. He's a real fighter, man. And I look forward to seeing what he's going to do in the future.
But now my question is, I knew he was going to win that fight, right? But, what about, when he, do you think he's ready for a Josh Taylor?
Honestly, Carl, in my honest opinion, I would have to say no.
Okay.
Because Barrios, if you watch the fight without the sound off, he was winning the first 5 rounds, easy, in my opinion. In my opinion, he just wasn't strong enough physically. He didn't have, the right IQ. He didn't have enough IQ, I should say, to sustain the attack that he built up over the first 5 rounds. And because he was beating him easy. He was doing what he was supposed to do, he was jabbing, keeping his distance. But Tank is, he just wouldn't be denied, man.
Okay.
He's good at what he does, and he delivers every time he performs.
Right, but my question, and my viewers get mad at me when I say this, but as you move up in weight classes, right? The fighters become, a little bit bigger. They punch harder, and in most cases, they might be even taller. So, how far do you think Tank can go?
Honestly, Carl, I think this is it. I think he should go back down to 35 or 30 because, I'm not gonna lie, he can, in my opinion, he could probably beat Prograis. He could probably,
Really?
Yeah, I think he'll knock out Ramirez.
What?
Because Ramirez doesn't have enough defense.
Wow.
But Josh Taylor his ring IQ. He's not gonna allow Tank to do to him what he did to Barrios. He's gonna stay on the outside. He's gonna stick to his advantages. So I think that Tank should go back down to 35 or 30, be the king of that division, and just rule his domain.
Well, but when you say he could beat Ramirez, Ramirez is a tough guy. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, when he fought Josh Taylor, I was kind of disappointed in that fight because I thought it was going to be closer. I thought that Ramirez is going to be a lot tougher in that fight. But it's like Josh Taylor just looked as superior in that fight. But to say that, Ramirez can lose to Tank, wow. I'm not doubting it, but wow, that's wow. Say that,
Well, like I say, man, just go back and watch the fight between Taylor and Ramirez. What was superior was his boxing skill. Ramirez just doesn't have the style to beat a Josh Taylor. He doesn't have the physical capabilities.
Okay.
His footwork is not, isn't what he's not the fastest guy. And when you coming forward like he's coming forward, you gotta throw feints, man. He wasn't throwing feints or anything. And you see when he got knocked out the first time, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was off a clinch. He was coming out of a break and Josh Taylor hit him with the left hand. So he doesn't have the physical attributes to beat a guy like Josh Taylor. And I think Tank Davis will knock out Ramirez simply because he can't get out of the way of Tank Davis punches.
Wow.
And if you stand in front of Tank Davis, as he's shown you, he's gonna put you on the floor. Now whether you get up is on you, but you're going down.
Well, now what about if he went against Regis Prograis?
Well, Prograis is strong. He's a lefty as well, so it'll be a hardwood fight. But looking at how Prograis fought Josh Taylor, even though me personally, I thought Prograis did enough to win or at least get a draw. But when you fighting overseas, it's it's a slippery slope. But I think that Prograis doesn't have enough foot speed to keep Tank off of.
But he kind of bob and weave, and he do a lot. Progress do a lot of things in there too. I mean, he's bobbing and weaving and coming in and out. I think that can be an interesting fight. But I agree with you that and I know Josh Taylor would do that fight with Tank Davis.
Oh, absolutely.
I know. I mean, they would make tons of money.
Tank is the money man.
But do you think Tank should do a couple of tune-ups if he decided to stay in that weight class?
No, I told you what I think. I think if I was his advisor, go back down.
Okay.
Now, he's a grown man. He's going to do what he's going to do.
Right.
Like I say, he could beat 2 out of the top 5.
Okay.
In 140. He can beat, I think, Prograis. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I think he can pull that off. I feel he could really beat Ramirez.
Okay.
No disrespect to
Man,
Ramirez.
I'd like to see that fight.
I'm sure he would too.
I would love to see that fight.
Tank is the money man. But
he is the money man.
But after that, who else he going to beat? He's not beating Josh Taylor. He's not beating Taylor. Because Taylor's not going to... I mean, Tank is a very powerful guy. He hits hard. But if he can't close the gap, and it's not like Taylor don't got something to work with, he's talented as well, and he's got the tape to watch what Tank has done. So he know what he got to do, and he's a lefty as well, so that makes it extra awkward.
Yeah,
so
it kind of neutralizes.
In my humble opinion, like I said, I'm no boxer.
No, neither, man. We just two guys having fun talking about boxing. Yeah, that's all.
When you're giving your opinion on dudes that risk their life,
right.
that's a touchy. So
right.
I got to just put that out there. But still, in my humble opinion, based on what I've seen and the limited knowledge that I have acquired, I think Tank should just go back down to 35. But however, he's a fighter for a reason. You fight it because you take chances.
Right.
So he gonna dare to be great. He gonna dare to be great. Now, if he knocks out Josh Taylor, that's just another.
Wow, I'd love to see that one.
Hey, I
and
would
you know
too.
what? And knowing Tank is gonna consider that. Because that would, okay, let's go here with it. Let's do the tail of the tape on Tank Davis. Okay, Tank Davis is 26 years old. He's 5 feet 5.5 inches, and he's fighting at 140. I mean, that's what he just won, the super lightweight from Mario Barris. He's got a reach of 67.5. His record is what? Now is 25 wins and 24 by KO. So, he won multiple weight classes. I mean, Tank Davis is just unbelievable. Yeah. And I kind of believe that, height sometimes plays a difference when it comes down to boxing. A good tall boxer against a small boxer, a good boxer. Generally, the good tall boxer, if he's really good, he can kind of keep you at bay. With just his reach alone. I mean, if you look at like Mike Tyson. What Mike Tyson did in the day. Tyson was only like what 6'1", something like that.
I think Tyson like 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Now and then you look at the heavyweights of today. I mean, these guys are like almost 6'5", 6'7",
Yeah.
And Tyson Fury is like what 6'9", and
so they say.
Yeah, but I mean, but think about it.
That's big.
Fury can box, he can bob and weave, he can do all that, he can feint. He's just an incredible fighter, in my opinion. So, I don't think that Tyson, in his heyday, as powerful as he was, can hang with these really big, tall, strong fighters. I mean, I think he beat Lennox Lewis, beat him almost at the end of his career, right?
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Yeah, but he was fading then when he fought Lennox Lewis.
He was fighting for the money.
Right. So I think that You know, like you say, I don't think that he should go up any higher, but I think Tank Davis has a problem, you know, with the weight. So I think, you know, as he gets older, you know, he wants to, fight at a heavier weight so he can make his weight class. So, you know, that's what I think.
Well, like I say, just as far as just let me talk about the Tyson thing. You know, actually in boxing, the shorter fighter has the advantage. Honestly,
Well, in what way?
because of the leverage. You know, he can get more torque on his punches, and he can transition from offense to defense a lot easier than a tall, lanky guy can.
But don't he have to get in the inside to?
Yeah, but that's, you know, in the fight, momentum is gonna carry you forward at some point. But it still takes skill to do that. Tyson had skill, and he had a good trainer. But you know, like I say, as far as Tank goes, you know, he's a great fighter, man. He's a high ring IQ. He's gifted with the equalizer of power.
Sure.
He's got great examples with Floyd Mayweather, who's, you know, I think the greatest boxer of his generation. I wouldn't say of all time.
Right.
But he's, you know, he has that mindset because you have to have that to be the best. But, you know, just, you know, he's going to go as far as his work ethic takes him.
Oh, okay.
You know, but at the same time, there's weight classes for a reason.
Okay.
And a good big man will always be the good little man.
Yeah, now I agree on that.
A great big man will always be the great little man.
Right.
Now, a great little man can be the decent big man.
Right.
But if that decent big man decides to actually fight tall against that great little man, then it's not too much he's going to be able to do because science is science, man. And you can't really work around that.
Well, look at Shakur Stevenson last fight. You know, I mean, the guy, I mean, he was okay. But, and I don't want to really get in because that's going to be another video for us. So I don't really want to get in that. But it seemed like Shakur Stevenson struggled in that fight. I mean, he did what he wanted to do, but it's like he was playing not to get hurt. You know, because did you see at the end, he kept on looking at his, I think he had a bruise or something, and because Shakur ain't never really been hit or hurt. So he was like looking at, wow, I'm actually bleeding a little. So I think that Shakur Stevenson going to have to work on that. But that's not what I want to get into because the video is coming to an end, and I think we're kind of going over it now. So we got the unification IBF WBC champion Earl the Truth Spence fighting future Hall of Famer, superstar boxer Manny Pacquiao. And I'm going to do a quick teletape on this. Earl Spence is age 31. He's got a height of 5'9" and a half. They are fighting at 147. Spence got a reach of 72. He's a southpaw. He's got a record of 27 and 21 by knockout. Spence's last fight was with Danny Garcia. It was almost a shutout. Garcia seemed like he started coming on in the final few rounds. It made it interesting, but by then Spence had already, you know, sealed the deal. Now, superstar boxer Manny Pacquiao. I'm sorry, Earl Spence Jr.'s got a net worth of about $7 to $8 million. Future Hall of Famer Manny Pacquiao, he's got a net worth of $220 million, believe it or not. He earned every penny of it. His age is 42. His height is 5'6". He's got a weight of 147 pounds. He's also a southpaw. He's got like 71 fights, 62 by win, 39 by knockout, and then he's got 7 losses. However, when he fought Keith Thurman, that was a heck of a fight. And you know what? I love me some Keith Thurman, you know, and I think a lot of boxers are avoiding him. But Manny, in my opinion, clearly won that fight. So having said all of that, what do you think Earl Spence and Manny Pacquiao, who wins, and will Manny Pacquiao give Earl Spence a run for his money?
Well, I think Earl wins the fight.
Okay.
I think he'll walk him down. He might try to make a statement out of Manny, just so he can send him off. You know, send him off right. Send him off right. I think Manny Pacquiao has nothing else to prove. I think you could take Future off of the Hall of Fame with Manny Pacquiao. He's a Hall of Famer right now.
True, I agree with
You know what I'm
you.
saying?
I agree
So,
with you. But you can't give it to him until he retires, right?
Yeah, but
So I gotta say Future because
we can.
Yeah.
They can't.
Right.
The people that vote, we can.
Right.
We the fans.
Right.
Well, I don't like to use that word fans, but
Yeah.
we are the supporters of these fighters. So,
Okay.
in my opinion, he's a Hall of Famer right now.
Okay.
And I respect him.
I
You know
agree
what I'm
with
saying? And as far as and if I can, let's let me comment on the Keith Thurman thing.
Okay, please.
He caught Keith Thurman at the right time.
Right.
He knew that Keith Thurman got 1 foot in the boxing ring, 1 foot, out the ring. So
Right.
I don't think nobody, honestly, in my opinion, nobody's avoided Keith Thurman. I think it's a situation of when you burn your bridges, don't turn around because ain't nothing to walk back on.
That's true. I like
You know
that.
what I mean? So
Right.
he did a lot of ducking.
Right.
I don't like using that word because again, I'm not a professional fighter. And
Right.
yeah, I know you're risking your life every time you go in the ring, so I don't
True.
like using that word. Fighters can say that, but I'm not. Allegedly, he was ducking Errol Spence and other people. So now that he's on the tail end of his career, he's not getting the same opportunities that he wasn't giving other people, or at least one guy in particular, who is now the big fish in Errol Spence. I think it'll be a good fight, man.
You think it'll be a knockout?
Nah, I mean, I don't. I mean, it could be because Manny is reckless at times. And, he is who he is, and Spence is back training with Blu-ray with his trainer. You know what I'm saying? And just based on the results of when he was training with Blu-ray, who he fought, and when he wasn't, and what the results. The proof is in the pudding. So, and Spence seemed like he on a mission. So, I think he might make an example out of Manny. But either way it go, I think he's gonna win. I think Manny, either way it go, he's a Hall of Famer right now, in my opinion. So he's gonna, it's a win-win for Manny. But I think Errol is gonna beat him. How? He might stop him, and he might knock him out cold. But I think he's gonna win.
Okay, so now if he beats Manny, do you think Manny in his prime against Earl the Truth Spence in his prime, who would win?
Oh no, Manny's still not beating him because
Really?
because it's because Errol is just as skilled. Actually, he's more skilled in my opinion, and he has the physical advantages. See, it's one thing to have skill, but physical advantages play a part in this too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you skill set is important. Technique, skills pay the bills. But when you put size on top of that, like I say, a great big man will always beat a great little man. And plus, let's be honest, Manny Pacquiao is not the most skilled when it comes to defense. Manny Pacquiao has a lot of heart, great chin, very strong, very durable. Fight anybody. But he has certain limitations. He's a short guy. He has shorter arms, and he's reckless at times.
But what I like about Manny Pacquiao, he tends to fight on angles. And when he was in his day, he would go in and out.
Right.
And I mean, and his footwork.
Right.
He's got great footwork. Yeah. It's not as good as it was, but but when he was in his prime, man, he was unbelievable. I think Spence will win too, but I don't think that it's going to be a shutout. I think Pacquiao is going to have some moments, but I don't think that it's going to be a shutout, and I don't think that it's going to be a knockout. But we'll see, because these guys they'll be coming up next, and I think we kind of ran over, but I enjoy this interview with you, Talib.
I appreciate
it. And I hope to have some more videos with you, and we can go and do it again. So that's all I have for you. This is KW, the Blue Collar Worker, back at it with another Tale of the Tapes. And my special guest is Talib, and we're going to join you again. One quick thing, Talib. You wrote your latest book just came out. What's the name of it?
It's called I Sign Him. Well, the latest book is called The Torch.
Okay.
Guide to Self.
Okay.
I have 2 other books on Amazon.
And what are the titles of those?
The first book is called Isonomy, The Great Masonic Secret.
Okay.
Master Keys. The second book is called Holistic Philosophy 101.
Wow.
Published through Khalifa Media Publishing. You can get that at khalifamedia.com or you can go straight to Amazon. But yeah.
Wow, man, that's impressive. You know, because I'm buying your latest book. I bought one book from you, and I'm finna buy another one. You know, you gotta let me know when these books hit, man. You know, I mean, you can't keep them a secret now.
Well, like I say, like there's an old saying that goes, if I tell you about it, that means it's done. So you know, when I start talking about it, I mean it's but me being a Virgo, I gotta make sure it's right before I put it out there. You know what I mean? So but it's done with love and it's done with care.
Oh yeah, every time, man, every time. Well, Talib, I appreciate you as always, and thank you for coming on Tale of the Tape. And I look forward to seeing you again. Thanks again, my brother.
Peace.
So that's all I have for you. Again, this is KW, the Blue Collar Worker, back at it with another video, and I'll see you the next time. Take care, guys.
Peace.